Hi everyone, my name is Anna and today I want to show you one of our hidden gems here in Rio. This is the Catete Palace, Palácio do Catete, also known as the Republic Museum, Museu da República, and it's here in the neighborhood of Catete and it's very close to the metro. So I think this is a great option if you want to see something a little bit different, if you enjoy architecture and if you enjoy, like for example, those very big opulent type of places, especially inside with very intricate decorations. So I think this is a great option. They also have a garden, which is where I'm filming now, and the garden is also amazing. So I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about the house and the garden. And I also wanted to mention that this is probably a great option if you are already visiting Christ the Redeemer, which is super close. You can get a cab over here. It's probably gonna cost you less than 20 reais. Or if you're coming to the Aterro do Flamengo behind me, you won't be able to see it, but Aterro is over here behind me. And over the weekends they close for like leisure walks, people riding bicycles, so there are no cars going through. You can just take a walk over there. So it's another free option for you. And then if you go there, this can be also a great option for you to have some shade, relax, and also get to know the museum. Palácio do Catete used to be the residence of a wealthy tradesman, and he built it in a very opulent manner because he wanted to flaunt his wealth to the entire society. He came from humble beginnings and then obviously doing such shady things. He became very wealthy and then he wanted to flaunt it. So he brought people from all over to just build and decorate the interior of the house. So the house has 3 stories. The first story is just like what they call service floor. So this is where they would have like dining area, kitchen area, kind of entrance and just the basic stuff, and the service courts, right? So the maids and anyone else. The second floor would be where they would hold parties and balls, and that was like during the Portuguese crown. So the Portuguese royalty was here, so they would have like all of those balls for the wealthy people here as well. And the third floor, that's where they would have their actual bedrooms and bathrooms and things like that. So what I think it's like really interesting in this place, obviously there is this kind of not very good history behind it, but the beauty of each of the rooms are just so impressive and so amazing that I really think it's worth coming here. So each room will have a specific theme to it. So one of them, it will have been built according to the frescoes in Pompeii. The other one will have Ottoman inspiration. The other one will have Renascentist Italian inspiration, and so on. So if you come here, honestly, I was blown away. I had never gone in. Like my mother would bring me to this park when I was a child, like as young as 6 months old, but I had never actually gone into the palace. So now I did, and I was actually quite impressed with how beautiful it is inside and how many details are there. As soon as you enter, you can already see like this big staircase, and then it has all of these intricate frescoes and all of the pillars that just go up, and it ends at a vitrol. So like you have this amazing beautiful vitrol all the way on top, and everything is so very detailed and intricate that it's honestly beautiful. They also have some exhibitions from the time where this was our government headquarters, because before, for those of you that don't know, Rio used to be the capital up until around 1960s. Until then, from the late 1800s until 1960s, that's when this house used to be the headquarters of the entire country. So it used to be the government building for the country, and the presidents would live here and would work here as well. There is a very famous president that used to live here, and he actually committed suicide. So for those of you that don't like talk about this, skip to this part of the video so that you skip the part that I talk about it. But the president that I'm talking about is Getulio Vargas. So Getulio Vargas, when he committed suicide, he left a note that had a very famous quote for us Brazilians about his death and about the reasons. It was a full letter on the reasons for why he committed suicide. But then he wrote something that would translate to English something like, I exit life to enter history. And that became quite famous. And in here, in this museum, you can see his bedroom, which is actually quite modest, especially considering he was a president. So his bedroom, and also the pajama he was wearing and the night he committed suicide. So it's a bit stained, and you can see the bullet mark here, as well as the gun and the bullet that he used for that. So if you're interested in seeing that type of history, or if you want to just know more about him, he was one of our most famous and important presidents. So you can see this here. But even before and after him, there were many presidents that would live and work here. So you can also see like the table where they would work, and you could see like where each of the ministers would sit. Now let's talk about the garden. So the garden over here, it's very peaceful, very quiet. You have like the palm trees that go all the way here through the middle of the garden. So for example, if by any chance you didn't go to the botanic garden, was too busy for you to take the famous pictures with the big palm trees, this is a great option for you because it's much quieter. So you're definitely gonna get your nice pictures over here. Other than that, you can just come chill, have a picnic, bring your children if you're traveling with family. They have a little pond with the birds, and also, as I mentioned, you have the aterro that if you come over the weekend, you can do that as well. Over here, it is really quiet and really peaceful. Like, you will still hear a little bit of the traffic, but it much less than over there in Lagoa. So if you just want some peace and quiet in the middle of the city, that's also perfect for you to come and decompress and just chill for a while here. So the garden is, even though it's free to come in, it's obviously part of the museum state, so you need to be careful which time you come because it might be closed. And over the weekdays, the entrance for aterro is closed because obviously no one is going there because it's not open for you to just walk around. So you can only enter through the Catete street, which is the one nearby the metro. So that would be good. But check on the website what are the working hours, so that you make sure that once you come here, it's not closed for you to enjoy it. I wanted to show you this. I wanted to know if this is something that you found interesting. Did you know about the Catete Palace? I have never heard of anyone outside of Brazil that knew about this. I know it's quite a hidden gem, even for many locals. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving me a like so that I know that this type of video is interesting to you. And I will see you on the next one. Bye!